he's just a chicken. He's nothing like the man he portrays himself to be. And he's again showed it tonight. I don't know how the Trolls will take a win out of that, but you know exactly what they'll do. They'll still try and spin it into some kind of victory for Barry. The fact of the matter is he's not shown up at all, despite all his threats. He's shown it again tonight. He's embarrassed himself again. The Empire's fallen. The crime family stands strong.
But I mean, the thing is, I still think that Barry will still always get donations from certain people like Trouthead and Golding because... You know, they're like the type of guys that have invested in like a false girlfriend, long distance relationship, someone that doesn't even exist. You know, like these Nigerian guys that create these personas of being an attractive woman. And after a certain amount of time, because these guys have, you know, basically fallen in love with Barry, they can't break away from that. I mean, could you imagine Chinese cabbie coming to the realization, oh, Barry's like a lazy bum?
He was one of the ones I was going to mention. I saw him earlier. Coco made a comment about me being autistic or something, and Cabby was there laughing about it. And it's just like, how can you still be sat there donating to this idiot that's making threats, that's being sexist, that's being racist? I don't understand how someone like that can be sat there for all these years and not see Barry for what he is.
Because he puts on this facade of being... you know, a gangster and all that stuff when he's got a camera in front of his face in his bedsit to, you know, excite Golding and Trouthead into sending him money.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the same as how he truly is. And I genuinely believe that Barry probably would have been scared.
Again, though, like his morning stream, he was like usual. He was on there. He was big and brass, giving it the big one, calling Capio out. He's not going to show. He's not going to do this. He's not going to do that. And the Tonight stream was a total contrast to he sat in that bar, scared shitless, looking around at everyone, really, really nervous. And then again, and then of course he ended his stream saying he was going to turn up, and over an hour later, he still hadn't shown up. So it was obviously weren't going to show up after it came to half an hour. And
the thing is with Barry, he spent 4 years investing in this, creating this persona of being a gangster 100 times in prison, Tottenham boys. And he's not even from Tottenham. I doubt he even knows anybody from Tottenham. He's from Lewisham, South East London. When he came back from his 7-year overstay in Pariah, he moved in with family in like your neck of the woods in Peterborough.
Yes, that's true. Yes, they live around this area. Yeah.
You know, so all this Tottenham stuff. The only reason why he says Tottenham is because of the reputation that Tottenham got back in the 1980s with PC Keith Blakelock being hacked to bits by like a local street thug.
I said it all along. Like my opinion was, obviously he was here with family who didn't want him staying. They didn't want him there, and he was on the council list to get a property. And he would have put the post when you applied for one of these places. You got to put your postcode area where you'd like to be in to live. And obviously, Boston is still a Peterborough postcode. So to me, that's why he got shoved off to Boston. It weren't a choice. That's where he got offered a place, and he took it. You can't be fussy when you're on the council list and they offer you somewhere. So
Coco Road is a legitimate threat to anyone. I mean, it's different. We know that Barry is not going to do anything. We know that nobody else is going to do anything. But Coco Road, by his own admission, he's had mental problems in the past. Whether he's making it up when he's saying that or not, he's had mental problems in the past. He's suffered with a lot of personal issues. He's taken things to extremes. We've seen history of him doing that in the past, where he's turned up at bars screaming Capio's name when he knows that Capio is not in the country. So Barry had weaponized Coco Road. That had essentially given...
Well, he's actually said it. He said Coco was going to come up with the Tottenham boys and kick Capio's door in. That's what Barry was saying. So with Coco being as he is, a nut job, and threatening to kick Capio's door in, Capio's not worried for his own safety. Again, he's sticking up for his wife, and he said if anyone threatens his wife, it's on. And
well, I mean,
basically what Barry's doing.
That's the thing. The only person that I would take seriously in this community to do something stupid that could cause him to go to prison would be Coco Road. You need to take that person seriously in that respect. That's why I think he just should be avoided or treated with kid gloves in all cases. I mean, for people that don't know how the one-sided feud between Capio and Coco Road started, was Coco Road was constantly messaging Capio in his favour, on his side and everything. he was desperate to meet Brian Flowers or Nick Dean, get a job in Pariah. But, you know, obviously Capio is not going to recommend him for that type of employment. And that's when it had just...
Yeah.
And that's when it had turned. And I mean, that's when Coco Road had then said that thing about burning down Capio's house. And then that was when Capio took that seriously. There was no doxing or anything prior to that.
No.
Because how on earth would he know who Coco Road is?
No.
How would he know who Coco Road is
That's
prior to that? But, you know, Capio took a stand. He's taken a stand for the best part of 3 years.
Hello, who's that?
Capio going down. He knocked on his...
Idiot. That's fucking Cooch, isn't it?
Yeah, well, again, that's one of the things with Old Man. You know, Old Man knows the mental predisposition of Coco Road, and that he's utilised him and weaponised him. And that's the exact same thing with Cooch. I mean, when Cooch had formulated... I mean, I used to talk to Old Man in private before. I mean, the last conversation that I had with him was regarding Cooch, you know, and like what I'd said to him is either he's an extreme troll or he's extremely unwell, but you can't tell which one that is, Old Man. So I would say keep distance with it, because there is someone there that has severe mental issues, all that stuff that he's come to bring forward, where it was dying, the tests and all that stuff where he was saying it was false positives. Junior doctor had provided me with the results. It's all bullshit, because Cooch had said that it was undergoing chemotherapy, you know, high yield chemotherapy at Toronto's best hospital and all that stuff. And I mean, you know,
I remember that. Yeah, it was a couple of days after he said he'd passed away, and I was in Thailand at the time and doing quite a few videos, and Cooch had replied on some of my videos. And one morning I just went on and checked my comments in my studio, and one was from Cooch, what I hadn't responded to, and the name had changed. And he was supposed to be dead. And I said straight away to Capio, I was like, it's changed his name. I mean, he's obviously, and Capio had spotted it as well. I'm just like, and he still tried to deny that people didn't know that he tried to make out like it was a big surprise that he'd come back and that no one knew. It was like, well, we all knew, because we knew you'd just changed your name. You hadn't even made a new account.